Hi, I am Abhishek. Before coming on to the motive of this video, let me give a small introduction about myself. My full name is Abhishek Simwal, and recently on 23rd of June I have graduated from IIT Kanpur with a degree of MTech in MVLSI. So this is the place from where I belong. It is a small town in Tehri Gadwal district of Uttarakhand. I have done my BTech in Electronics and Communication Engineering from Graphic Era University, which is located in Dehradun. When I was in my BTech second year, at that time I had decided that I'll be preparing for GATE exam from my third year onwards. But then came lockdowns in my BTech third year and lot of mental pressure, laziness, confusion, and I lost my way. So by third year I wasn't preparing for GATE exam, and then came placements in the fourth year, and I was sitting for some software roles. I got some offers from Infosys and Wipro, but deep inside I was not happy. So since I was not happy with these offers from Infosys and Wipro, so I started applying off campus for software companies only. It was not by choice, but because I didn't had any clear plans. So and I was not getting chances anywhere, so I was so much demotivated. Now my childhood friend Rajat, he advised me that I should have relevant skills to get shortlisted and told me that I should develop some skills before applying blindly to the software companies. And Rajat was a blockchain developer, and he told me about the blockchain technology, and it excited me. So I started learning about the blockchain technology around April 2022. I did lot of NPTEL courses, did lot of projects in it, and applied many places, but I didn't get interview call from anywhere. And luckily I got shortlisted for an interview in the same company where my friend was in, and it was based on his recommendation only. The interview went excellent, but I got rejected in that interview. The remarks from the interviewer were, you know blockchain, but you don't seem passionate about it. Now, after this, I was totally clueless about what to do in life now. Like, I didn't wanted to join Infosys and didn't had any other offer. Now, I was so much disappointed and demotivated after this rejection, and I didn't had any clue about what to do in life. And from inside, I was feeling like something is stopping me from going into this direction. And couple of days passed, and I still remember the date. It was 1st of July 2022. I I received a call from my BTech first year friend Pankaj. He was from civil engineering, and as we all know that the civil guys usually don't go for IT jobs. They prepare for state government exam or engineering services or GATE exam after their graduation. So Pankaj was also preparing for the GATE exam, and over the call he asked me like, where am I and what am I doing. So I told him casually that like I'm not doing anything and I'm just preparing for some software skills. And like he was surprised and asked me that I was good in studies during BTech. What made me think about changing the domain. So like after this, it little bit struck me, and I got a hope of light that yes, I can also prepare for GATE exam. I can look for even higher studies, or I can settle for some PSU jobs also. Why am I doing these software related things, these skills? I can stick to my domain also. So, and I remember that during my BTech second year, I had decided about the GATE exam, which I completely forgotten. So, yes, it was a hope of light for me, and I decided that I won't change my domain and I will prepare for GATE exam from now onwards. So, on 2nd July 2022, I woke up fresh with a target in my mind that I have to prepare for GATE exam. Now, I told my parents about the decision that I have made, and they were quite happy with my decision, and they gave me full support. And like they provided me an option that if I want, I can join any coaching institute also. So after this, I started searching about the coaching institute from where I can prepare for the GATE exam. And online I searched, I found Made Easy, Ace Academy, these coaching institutes I found. Like their fees was quite high, like around 58,000 was for Made Easy, I still remember. And so I was okay with paying that also. I just wanted to prepare for GATE exam. but like I inquired about it, and they told me that the batch have started from February onwards, and like it was July, so half of the syllabus would have already been completed. So, and their fresh batch was going to start, but I was feeling like they will rush now towards the syllabus, and I will be totally dependent on them if I go for a coaching institute. So I decided by my own that I still have 6 months left for the gate exam. Let me give this attempt with self preparation, and if the gate 2023 doesn't go well, then next year I can take full 1 year coaching from any institute, and I can appear for the gate 2024. Now I will share the preparation strategy that I followed for the gate exam, and I will tell about the small steps that I took during this journey. And one thing that was clear in my mind was that I will be preparing for the gate 2023 by my own, and if the gate exam doesn't go well, then I will take help of some coaching, and then I will prepare for the gate 2024. But I wanted to give my best in this attempt itself, so I made a strategy which is as follows. So the first step that I took was to take a printout of the complete gate EC syllabus. So this is a portion of the syllabus, and I like the first step was to find the resources from where I can learn these all subjects. So like we all know that in today's digital world, like everything is available in YouTube or any other platform. So I started searching about these topics, and I found a YouTube channel of Gate Academy, where like they had provided their old courses for free on YouTube. They had made playlists there, so a lot of lectures were there in their playlists, and it almost covered the syllabus there. And inside their playlists I started searching about these topics, like whether these are missing there or they are available there. So I started looking for these there, and I found that almost everything was present there. So there are nine subjects in gate EC, and out of which 7 were available there. I'm leaving aptitude, so 6 were available there, and 2 subjects, analog electronics and communication systems, these were not available there in their YouTube channel. So like I inquired about it and found that there some live classroom program was going on, and I purchased 2 subject wise course from there for analog electronics and communication system, and remaining subjects I found in their YouTube channel for free. So like now I had found the video lectures or content from where I can learn about these topics. And meanwhile I joined some telegram groups where where the healthy discussions about the like question solving or any other things used to go on about the gate exam, where all the serious aspirants were there. So I joined couple of groups. Also I found the subject wise resources of all these subjects in the telegram groups, which consisted of daily practice problems or the practice problems, previous year questions, etc. And once this was sorted, I started making my daily routine. So this is my daily routine. I used to wake up at 8 a.m. or 7:30 a.m. Then from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. this was my first slot of 4 hour, and then there was a lunch break, and then from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. this was a 3 hour slot, and then there was a tea break, and then 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. again a 3 hour slot, and then dinner break, and then 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. the fourth slot of 3 hour. So I had divided my one single day in 4 slots of 3 hour each. Yes, this first slot was of 4 hour. So I used to sleep sharply at 1 a.m. and I used to wake up at 7:30 or 8 a.m. So these breaks, I used to use my mobile phone during these breaks for refreshing my mind, watching some comedy videos or any other thing. and I used to study only on these 4 slots. So stating it again, I had 4 slots, and in each slot I used to watch one lecture, and that lecture can be of 1 hour or 2 hour or 3 hour. If the time was remaining, I used to do practice problems in those time or watch the next lecture. But I used to study completely on this slot. I used to not waste even a single minute of this slot. So once this was done, I made this rough calculation on the back page of my notebook that, for example, mathematics, there were 40 lectures in their playlist. For electronic devices there were 104, like this. So I wrote total number of lectures that I have to watch. So if I count all these, it came around 605. And in order to complete the syllabus well before December, like well before January actually, so the days were around 178. And if I calculate a rough estimate of how many lectures per day I have to watch, it came around 4. And remember, I have not counted aptitude here. So a rough estimate was to watch 4 lectures per day. And after this, I made this daily routine of 4 slots each day. Now since I have to watch 4 lectures per day, so I took 3 subjects at a time. So my preferences were subjects like maths, network, signal systems, and digital electronics. So till 5th of July, from 2nd July, the day I decided, until 5th of July, I took 4 days nearly to do all of these calculations, making my daily routine, finding the resources, everything, setting up my system, everything, like my setting up my room for preparation, everything I did in 4 days. And once it was done, I started my preparation from 6th July onwards. So in July, 25 days were remaining. So for each day, I used to take 3 subjects together. So I had 4 slots in a day. So first slot, for example, first slot was given to maths, second slot was given to network, and third and fourth slot was given to ETC. So 2 lectures of ETC, 1 of network, and 1 of maths were completed in each day. So by the end of July, 25 lectures of maths would have finished. So in maths there were total 40 lectures, and on 15th of August, math syllabus would have been completed. So and remaining 16 days of August will be given to a new subject, which is signal system. So I did all of these calculations before even starting the studying. So till 5th of July I did all of these calculations, and if I would have followed this, definitely my syllabus would have been completed by 31st of December. But actually it got completed on 30th of November. Why? Because because I will tell you, like, all these lectures used to be not of my slot duration 3 hour. Some of these lectures used to be of 1 hour, some used to be of 2 hour, like this, some used to be of 3 hour also. So like the slot was of 3 hour and the lecture is of 1 hour, so remaining 2 hour which are left in the slot, I used to give it for practicing the problems, and otherwise continuing with the next lecture. So like I made some changes during the preparation also, and in this rough calculations I had given some buffer days also in between, in case of any medical emergency or any other thing. Another point I want to make is my focus is always on completing the syllabus on time. I cannot even like extend this over a single day. If my target was of 30 number, which was changed later during the like completing the syllabus, I didn't want it to extend it even for single day, because I had plans for December and January, which I will tell further. So the target was to complete the syllabus till November, and practicing the problems and revision. Important thing about any competitive exam is revision. I was not revising at all during all of these months. So I had a mental pressure about what if I would have forgotten the subject maths during October, because I didn't revise it at all. So I wanted to complete the syllabus as early as possible and jump into the revision point and practicing the subject in December and January, which I had planned, which I will tell further also. Now I will show you some snapshots of my journey. So this is how my study area used to look, which was in my room. And if I okay, if I zoom into this, you can see that I used to write some like small notes here, which I have to learn. Like these things should be in mind always, basic formulas. So like if I zoom in here, then you can see that I had a calendar, and I had purchased this calendar in those starting 4 days itself, and in each day, like it won't be visible, like this is 16th or 7th, what this is 18th. So I had written the number of lecture number of the subject I have to watch on this day. I had written what I have to watch on 27th of July, what I have to watch on 29th. Like suppose I have to watch the, for example, suppose I have to watch the 17th lecture of maths on 29th, then I had written here 17 maths, 17 network, 34 35 EDC, because I was taking 2 lectures per day of ETC. So I had filled this calendar till December in the starting 4 days itself. This all pages of this calendar were filled prior itself. I had a good smartphone. I removed my SIM card from it and inserted my SIM card in a old phone, small phone which was there in my home. I needed Telegram group, that's why I needed a smartphone. Otherwise, I would have gone for a feature phone. So this was a small phone only. It didn't have much features. So I used to use this only for watching YouTube or telegrams. I had uninstalled WhatsApp actually, and had um, I had WhatsApp by a different number which I had given only to my close peers. All other social media accounts were deactivated during my preparation journey. And yeah, so I used to paste some sticky notes in my walls to learn these, and once I had embedded these all in my brain, I used to remove them. Talking about the notes, I prepared notes for all subjects, and as you can see here, this is of September months, as I can see here. So by September, these many notebooks I had filled, so I had made good amount of notes by September. Now I will talk about some habits that I followed during my preparation journey. So I never relied on using any scientific calculator or any calculator app in my smartphone. As we all know that during GATE exam, we are provided with a scientific calculator on the screen, which is a virtual calculator. So I used to use a virtual calculator even for doing a small calculations, even during watching video lectures. If I want to verify some calculations, I used to never use these calculator. I made a habit of using this calculator for everything during those 6 months. Even if I was going to market to purchase something, I was using this calculator to add any items. So there was an app for this calculator in my mobile phone, and I used to use the website. You can see here TCS Ion, this official website, and the same calculator will be available to you guys during GATE exam. So I made a habit of using this calculator till 6 months, and you won't believe how quick I was to use this calculator. Any long expressions I can very easily obtain using this calculator. I was like, it became so handy to me. A funny thing, it became difficult for me to use this calculator later. So yeah, I made a habit of using this calculator from starting onwards. Another thing, I used to never do any rough work in rough notebook. We all know that during GATE exams we are provided with scribble pads this size. I don't remember the size, maybe A5. So I purchased lot of scribble pads of the same size which is provided during GATE exam, and I used to do every rough calculations on these type of scribble pads. The size a single page of this scribble pad, I used to divide it in 6 parts, and I used to try to do every question which I'm doing in this small area. If it want more area, then take the next box, but I used to not do it in a single page. So I made all these habits for 6 months. It's not like I was doing all this in the last 2 months or last 1 month. No, I did all of these habits till 6 months, from July onwards. In the starting, when I didn't had scribble pad, I used to fold a A4 sheet in half. Okay, so it becomes a like size of this thing only, scribble pad. So later I purchased some scribble pads also. So it also became quite handy. So I was always ready to solve any questions in these small notebooks, which will be provided to you in the gate exam. You won't be given A4 sheet. You will be given a small scribble pad only. So I was habituated to this also. Now I will quickly try to tell about the plans that I had made for me during December and January. So I started studying about GATC from 6th July onwards, and I had completed my syllabus on 30th November 2022, and then from 1st December onwards, my target was to solve previous year questions of all subjects and parallelly do revision in complete December. So how I used to go about it is as follows. So roughly 30 days are there in December. If I divide it by 9, which are the number of subjects, actually there are 8 subjects if I exclude aptitude. So roughly 3 days per subjects are enough. So suppose, for example, I start with network. So 1st December and 2nd December, I will do complete revision of my notes. I didn't make any short notes. I had full long notes. So 2 days I will give 1st and 2nd December. For example, I'm telling example. 1st and 2nd December I have given to network theory for its complete revision, and then on 3rd of December I will do all the previous year questions of network theory only. Maybe I can complete the revision in 1.5 day, and then I can give the remaining 1.5 day for the previous year questions, or else 1 day for revision and 2 days for PYQs based on the length of the subject, how long it is. So likewise I did for all subjects, and by the end of December I had done proper revision of all the subjects, plus completed all the previous year questions of around 33 or 37 years. So by 31st of December my previous year questions were done and revision were also done. Now my plans for January was to give mock tests. So yes, online test series plus revision. Now January was quite random. It started like I started with some topic wise tests, and then subject wise tests of subjects. For example, network theory again. So I will do quick revision this time because I have already done a good amount of revision in December. So I will do a quick revision in January. Suppose it took me half day or 1 day, then next 2 days I will very quickly do all the no, it won't take actually 2 days. In 1 day I will try to complete as many tests as possible of that subject. I'm still talking about subject wise tests. So around 14th or 15th of January, all the topic wise and subject wise tests of individual subjects were done, plus revision also. And after that I started giving full length mock tests, and by this time the admit card for the gate exam had come. My exam was on 5th of February 2023, and it was in the evening slot from 2:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. So I used to give full length mock test very sincerely during 2:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. I made myself be habituated to solve questions and be alert during this time slot, 2:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. And I used to give mock tests in other slots also, but in this super slot, 2:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m., my brain used to be 100% alert. I made it like that. And I used to give online test series plus revision, multiple times I did revision. And in starting, the revision used to take time, but later I used to turn pages very quickly. Like a quick way of telling it is, you don't need to revise KCL, KVL, or any other network theorem again and again. Once you have done it, you don't need to revise it. So I used to not waste time in revising like small topics. I used to focus on the topics which I forget during giving. While giving tests, I used to encounter in which topics I am facing difficulty, and I used to mainly revise those topics only. Another point to make is the slots that I had made, 4 slots in a day. I followed those 4 slots only during December and January also. I used to do PYQs and revision, OTS and revision during those slots only. And those were same. Daily routines were same. Just the things were changed. Now during these 2 months, December and January, when I was solving previous year questions and giving mock tests, I had made a different notebook in which I used to write those topics in which I used to face difficulties. Like suppose I'm giving a mock test and I got stuck in a like concept. So like once the test was ended, I used to like read about like revise that topic again and used to write a short note about that topic in this different notebook. So like around 20 to 30 pages of that notebook were filled before the exam, and before the exam I was only revising those short notes of 20 to 30 pages which I have made during December and January. Apart from this, I didn't made any short notes. So this is my room. It used to be properly locked during those 4 slots, and my door used to be open only during those small breaks in between. And I'm so much thankful to my parents, especially to my mother, because not only me, but she also followed this daily routine and provided me good food during those small breaks only. So during this 6 months preparation journey, I was like away from them because whole day my door used to be closed, and strictly at 1 a.m. I used to sleep and I used to wake up at 7:30 a.m. in the morning. So they used to see me only during the morning when my door used to be open, and only during those small breaks while I used to take food and all. So this is my GATE scorecard. I achieved an All India rank 93 in GATE EC 2023. The plan that I had made from 2nd July till 5th July, I followed that plan rigorously over those 6 or 7 months, and I am so much thankful to God that I was not even sick for single day during my preparation journey. Otherwise, it would have altered my plans or it would have delayed it. I gave only, like I can say, I sacrificed only 2 or 3 slots in my preparation journey. 1 or 2 slots I sacrificed for, like my birthday was there in 1st of October, so puja and everything was there in my home. And another slot that I sacrificed was during the famous India versus Pakistan match in 2022 World Cup when Virat Kohli scored that famous 82 not out. Yep, I didn't miss that match. So with this rank, I was able to get admission in IIT Kanpur for my MTech in MVLSI, and the story about my life at IIT Kanpur is quite different. How we manage the coursework, projects, assignments, and the preparation for the placements, and got the degree within time. And I am extremely delighted to share that I have got placed in Texas Instruments as an analog design engineer and will be joining TI soon. Some of the repetitive questions and some important questions that I get asked are, I was able to make notes properly. Like in a single day, there were 4 slots. So suppose if I take a single slot, so while watching the lecture, video lecture, I used to pause the lecture and write the note, and then again resume the lecture and start watching it and then writing the main points. Similar thing I followed for all the subjects and was able to write almost everything whatever the faculty was telling about the topic. No, I didn't make short notes for revision. I didn't had much time for making short notes. If I would have been preparing for 1 year, maybe I would have made short notes too. But during the month of December and January, when I was solving PYQs and giving mock tests, at that time I made some few pages of short notes for the topics which I was facing difficulties while giving the tests. I focused equally on each subject, but some subjects that excited me were analog electronics, network theory, and control systems. And if I tell about communication system, it is a very lengthy subject, and the plan that I had made, by that plan the subjects would have completed by 31st of December, but I rushed to complete the syllabus, so the last subject that I had kept was communication system. So I didn't practice much questions about communication system, but I completed that subject on time, and I rushed it very quickly. I finished the subject, so you can say that I didn't focus much on communication system. It won't matter if you watch the old lectures, because the concept will always be same, and there is not much change in the gate EC syllabus for the past years. And even the lectures that I watched were older, like they were of late 2020s, so it won't matter. So the motivation for me during my preparation, I will try to give a very good answer to this question. The day I decided to prepare for gate exam, I set that as my target and my duty. Like it's funny, but I really didn't had any motivation for the gate exam, and never I had any demotivation. That's why I was able to complete the syllabus on time and prepare well. Not even for a single day I felt demotivated. It is because I never thought about the fruit that I will get because of getting good rank in the exam. Never I had the fear about the failure. So I will give a very neutral answer. I didn't had any motivation, and nor I had any demotivation. I just believe that as a student it is my duty to study. So I just focused on studying and following the plan that I had made. The motivation behind me making such a video was I was getting a lot of requests about my preparation strategy for gate exam, and I will not recommend anyone to follow the same strategy that I have followed. You can take motivation from my journey, you can take some small points out of this and create your own journey in your own style. Please excuse me if I had made any error while making this video. Making this video itself was a huge task for me, and I welcome all the questions in the comment section and will try to answer and reply to each one of you. Thank you.